everyone,
Hi.
and welcome to a new episode of Arduino EDUvision Season 4, episode number 7.
Exactly. Already 7.
Yeah, yeah.
Only
Oh,
3 more
true.
for this season.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
don't get scared.
We are Melissa and Roxana.
From Arduino Education. So how are you? Say hi on the chat. Let us know who you are and from where you're joining.
Yeah, we want to know. So post in the chat. You can use, we are live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Crowdcast. So you can use all those different platforms to post where you're from, who are you, what are you working with, how do
Exactly.
you know Arduino?
Yes. And also remember that we have a dedicated website where you can read articles, watch tutorials, and also the previous EduVision seasons there. The banner.
Exactly. So you can find all our episodes from there, but also our new EduVision podcast. Let me share my screen.
Yes. Let's take a look. So we
So
already have 7 episodes
exactly.
uploaded, right?
Yeah.
Yes, look at
So
that.
this is one place where you can find, for example, all of the episodes or the different audio platforms that you can use. So actually, I would like to know, you can comment in the chat.
Yeah,
Do you listen
exactly.
to podcast? And if you do, which platform do you use? We
Mm-hmm.
have this Anchor, so you can listen it here, but you can also find the different links from here. You can find the Spotify. There's
Apple
Google, yeah,
Podcast.
Google Podcast. I don't know if Apple is actually an Anchor, but our podcast is also on Apple Podcast. So
Exactly. Now we are everywhere. So
exactly,
there's no excuse, guys, if you don't listen to us.
yeah. And matter of fact, one of our viewers, Majed Abu Hatab, shared his project saying listening to his favorite podcast has never been easier.
Oh,
So let's take a look at his project.
yes.
Hello, welcome to a new episode of the Arduino EDUvision podcast. Thank you for listening. We're hostess Melissa and Roxana from Arduino Education. Subscribe to our podcast on your favorite audio platform. Hello, we are Roxana and Melissa from Arduino Education. Welcome to the fourth episode of... So
Yeah, that's awesome.
there's no excuses why you wouldn't listen to us.
That's true. So we're having a lot of people saying from where they're joining,
Oh,
Rahul
yay.
from India,
Nice.
also from Taiwan. That's so
Hey,
cool.
nice.
Also, we have from people from Latin America. It was something Marcos from Argentina.
Cool.
Good morning
Nice.
there.
Oh,
From
yeah, true.
also from Spain, Juan Carlos. Hi.
Hey.
So thank you so much.
Yeah,
Just
and keep on
keep doing
posting.
it.
Yeah, where you joining the live.
Yeah. So, look at this. Mariam Love Arduino in New York. So that's really cool.
Oh, thank you. It's so nice to hear.
Oh, look at that. She has ideas for projects related to UN, which we're going to talk about just in a few
Nice.
minutes.
And if you have some projects, share those with us.
Exactly. So nice.
A lot of people joining. Nice to see.
Yeah, that's really cool. So today we will talk about information and communication technology for development, or ICT4D. As on October 24, we celebrate World Development Information Day to draw the attention of the world to development problems and to promote efforts to international cooperation to solve them.
Yeah. For example, how technologies like IoT and machine learning can help to tackle global development challenges we face, such as clean water, sanitation, affordable and clean energy, sustainable cities and communities, good and well-being.
Yeah, exactly. And these are a few of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals that have been agreed upon by all 193 United Nations member states and aims to end poverty, ensure prosperity, and protect the planet.
And if you want to read more, we have an article on our EduVision site, How Meeting the UN Development Goals Will Transform Our World. This is really important topic, and you can find the link to the article from our chat.
Yeah, true. And talking about well-being and health, yesterday we asked you on our social media channels Is air quality something you are concerned about, and do you check it before you go out?
Yeah. So you can still vote. Go to Arduino's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn
Yes.
and add your vote, or post one of these emojis to the chat.
Yes.
So you can put the thumbs up for yes, or I don't know what you call
No.
that face. Like,
Surprise
"Oh."
face.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, let us know. So thumbs up
Yeah,
or no.
exactly. Can we see some emojis already on the chat?
Yes, let us know if you really check air quality or you don't. So let us know.
Yeah. And like I said, you can find the voting, for example, from our
Oh,
LinkedIn.
cool.
So there's already a lot of people who have
That's
voted.
very close, like 58, yes.
Yeah, actually.
42, they don't. So let us know.
Yeah.
So remember, you can vote throughout the show, and we will check later on how the results were.
We got an answer from Anish.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Anish says no. Okay.
Yeah.
So air pollution is contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any chemical, physical, or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere.
Yeah, and outdoor and indoor air pollution cause respiratory and other diseases and is an important source of morbidity and mortality.
Yeah, that's true.
And for those who want to check the air quality very easily, we will tell you how. So let's welcome Anton. Hello, Anton. I'll give you mic.
Hi. How's it going?
It's going very well.
Cool.
I'm going to show you a really cool project. It's an air quality monitor IoT project. And let's see if I can get this mic a bit better.
Let's take a look.
So yeah, it's really easy to build. All you need is 3 components. And I hooked this project up to the IoT cloud, and then I could actually keep track of the air quality in my apartment via the IoT remote app. Can you see that?
Yes,
Nice,
there.
nice.
Perfect.
So let's take a look and see how I actually set it up.
Okay.
And there we go. So I set it up there, and it was in my kitchen. So yeah, I could monitor it from wherever I was, and yeah, it's really easy to set it up. And I will show you later how you can build it. So yeah, if you have any questions, just ask them later on in the chat.
Cool. So we have some people saying here like they have used it, the air quality, or they're telling us in their cities how is the situation of the air quality there. So
Nice.
yeah, cool. So we're going back to Anton
Yes.
later on. So let's keep talking about today's topic. So we have discussed on many occasions how IoT and machine learning have become transformative technologies, how they are already making huge efficiency and productivity gains in our day-to-day lives.
Yeah, but however, across the world, many people face a number of difficulties from poverty, lack of access to education, clean water, and sanitation to environmental degradation.
Yeah, exactly. So to learn more about these technologies' potential and critical role addressing many of these challenges for even greater and more significant impact, let's welcome our guest.
ICT for D, so using ICT for development is not something that an NGO does. So from my point of view, and what ICTP is doing, we're working on education. So when people hear about ICT for D, very often they have the idea that you kind of, parachute some technology and some expert, and you install things and then you leave and that's it. And that is a myth. So ICT4T, doesn't work that way. It is not sustainable in that way. It doesn't grow in that way. So what I learned from these kind of training activities and activities is that people know exactly what they need in their environment. So one might have, this big idea saying, environment is good, agriculture, health, and so on. But then people know about their, specific needs. So, for example, we had activities in Rwanda, a small country, Central Africa, and in Rwanda, they rely on tea production. So that makes for about 10% of the GDP. So it's really important for their economy. So being able to optimize tea production is really important and has a lot of impact. And of course, I wouldn't know coming from Italy that, that is the need of the country. So we had a workshop, and then, participants came up with this idea of using IoT to measure tea production. And it wasn't tea production meaning, plantations of tea, but it was tea processing. So in tea factories, they process tea, they ferment tea, and then they kind of have to check the temperature, the humidity, how much moisture you have in the tea, and so on. So to be able to use IoT devices to measure these parameters is really important. So this is just to say that I can have some ideas, but then local researchers and practitioners do know what is needed in their own country.
You've been running on hands-on training courses in Africa for faculty members and university students to aim to increase the awareness of IoT. Could you share something about this experience? Are there other countries too than Uganda and Rwanda?
Oh, yeah, sure. Many others.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, these workshops are organized in the following way. We usually have some lectures in the morning, and then we have hands-on experience in the afternoon. And there, again, people learn about IoT and they get inspired by, learning about what you can do with these devices. And then they come up with some projects. So it's either, that we follow up later with the project. So people say, I want to measure, air quality like we did in Benin and in South Africa, or they measure, landslides like they did in Rwanda, or, volcanoes like they did in Ecuador. And it's really very, very wide, or, car traffic like they did in Ethiopia. And so we either support them after these activities, or sometimes during the activity itself, we kind of prototype some devices and we deploy them. Because by that, exercise, then they learn kind of the complexity of all these different components, because that is kind of the challenging aspect and the interesting aspect of IoT, right? So you have, the radio part, so you need to know a bit about radio physics, and, there's protocol, there's software, there's, the embedded devices, there's the power aspect in terms of, power consumption and, sustainability of these devices out in the field. And then there's, databases, visualization. So it's security, of course. So it's really quite complex. So by going through a deployment and an exercise, they kind of learn how to tackle all these different components.
Yeah. And I like the fact that they are coming up with the ideas. They come from their everyday life or from the environment that they live in.
Yes, absolutely. There's one interesting case that happened quite some time ago about a fellow from Malawi that came to one of our training activities in South Africa, and he learned about this technology, and he thought about applying it in his own country, where the issue was measuring water in water tanks. So the way they distribute water in many countries is that they fill a big tank, and then this tank gives water to homes. But you need to, in some way, measure how much water you have in the water tank. So the normal way to do it is having a very long stick and having someone, going from one water tank to the other, measuring with a stick, and then reporting back to the water company. That is, of course, time consuming. It's not automatic. It's, if someone skips a water tank, then you don't have data from that water tank. And you pollute quite a lot, by the way, because you need to drive from one place to the other. So this guy had this idea of deploying an IoT network with a small sonar device that measures how much water you have. So it's very, basic sensors. And then he would send SMSs back to, a server. And that is very easy to scale. You can install that device in, hundreds of water tanks, and you get the data in an automatic way. So in many places, people have or they try to tackle the same issues. So again, getting back to the example of tea production. So tea production is huge in East Africa. So
if you want to learn more about Marco Zennaro and his research, you can take a look at the article IoT and Machine Learning in the Developing World on our website.
Yeah.
I
and
can-
also, yeah, there's the website, so you
Yeah.
can take a look. Yes, all articles are there, so check that one. Also, you can follow Marco on Twitter. There is like the banner with his account, so it's just Marco Zennaro. So he has interesting things going there. So you can also listen to the full interview with Marco Zennaro on our EDUvision podcast. Remember, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcast. And it's a really interesting interview, so really recommended to listen because this is a different topic, right? We usually discuss about IoT and machine learning. This is a different angle, so it's a very interesting talk.
Definitely. And we saw there were a few questions about the air quality monitor project, but you still have a few minutes to post your questions to the chat on any
Yeah.
of our social media channels. So do that. And before we go and explain a bit more of that project, we're going to present a project from you guys.
Oh, so this project is called Snoring Guardian, built by Naveen Kumar from Japan. Nice.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's a proof of concept of a non-invasive low-power edge device that monitors and vibrates if you are snoring. So many people snore, so this will be awesome.
This would be perfect.
Yeah. So Naveen used TensorFlow on a NanoBlessence board, and let's take a look.
Hello guys, I'm going to give a demonstration of Snoring Guardian. So we have a Arduino Nano BLE Sense which is connected to this vibration motor, and we are running a TensorFlow Lite model on this, and we have a microphone on this Nano BLE Sense which is listening for the sound. So the sound can be any noise or snoring sound, so it will distinguish between them. So I'm going to play a snoring sound and let's see if it vibrates. So it is started vibrating. I stopped the sound and then it will stop vibrating. So it is working correctly. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
That's so cool.
I think it's fun. That would be perfect to kind of like when someone is snoring, it would, I don't know, vibrate so that person only wakes up to the snoring.
That would be great.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So the other
stop
person
snoring.
who's sleeping in the same room wouldn't be affected.
Yeah. So someone can work on that and make like Melissa is saying and send us that project.
Yeah,
That will be so great and effective.
Exactly. Maybe that's the second version of this project.
Yeah,
Nave.
exactly. The Guardian Snore 2.0.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you, Naveen. Awesome project.
And if you have any projects, please share those using on our EDUvision site. You can find the link from our EDUvision site. Also on the chat now, we're posting the blog post where you can submit your project. And next week is Halloween. So we're looking
yes.
forward to have some Halloween projects. We're going to have a mashup of different Halloween projects next week.
Yeah. Look at Andre Roussel says, cool project, don't show my wife. We will so she can build this.
Yeah,
Andre, sorry. Nice.
Maybe some like, I don't know, electricity, like giving some
Oh,
small
that's like
shocks.
a charge. That would be awesome too. Nice. So,
But let's go
yeah,
back to Anton's
Anton's project.
project.
We have one question over here. So,
Let me add Anton to the stream.
oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Nice.
So, Anna says, does the sensor work for indoors or outdoors?
For this project, actually, this sensor is designed for indoor use only.
Okay, cool.
So that's why I had it in the kitchen.
Perfect.
So yeah, let's take a look at the different components for this project.
Yep. Let's take a look.
So this is it. This is all we need to measure air quality. So here we have a Maker Wi-Fi 1010, and you connect this to the Maker connector carrier here, which has support for these Grove sensors. And this is a Grove sensor. It's a Grove dust sensor. And this dust sensor gives a good indication of the air quality in an environment by measuring dust concentration. And yeah, let's see. I can just hook it up real quick here. See if I can make it. There you go. So that's it. You hook it up like that. And there you are. And then we use this data from here, and you can plot it to the IoT cloud if you like graphs like I do. Let's see if we can show it like that. So you can take a look of the dust concentration in your area or where you place the sensor.
Yeah,
And-
actually,
yeah?
sorry, Anton. Actually, someone, Anish, is asking again, maybe he joined a little bit later. So what is the project and what is the use of this?
It's a air
So-
quality monitor
Yeah.
project, and you can monitor the air quality in the given environment where you place the sensor. So that's it. And yeah, you shouldn't probably be over 50K in the values there. And if you're interested in building this project, I highly recommend you to go to the Seed Studio website, because they have really great examples on their sensors. And for this one, I used their example for the sensor to use the data from there. So yeah, that's the project for this week.
Yeah, it's very easy, like you said. And also for those that say that they don't measure the air quality when they're going out, you can build this.
Yeah.
And then you can always do something different or make an improvement. So always remember that you can try your own version and share that with us.
Yeah, it's really cool that you can do this with only 3 components.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, go crazy
Yeah.
and build it.
And it's good to know, right? What is the type of air quality that you're breathing, especially if you are going to try to do some outdoor activity. They can also try that.
For sure. And Grove, this is a dust sensor, but Grove has other like
Yeah,
air
exactly.
sensors that you can use outside. So take a look at that too.
Yeah.
And it's compatible with this Maker connector.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so
you.
much, Anton.
Thank you.
Bye. That was a nice project.
Yeah, and if you want to build an air quality monitoring project and use one of our EduKits for that, and also the Arduino IoT Cloud, you can get your Explore IoT kit now on 15% discount until the end of this week, Sunday.
Oh, that's really cool. So it's very easy also to work with Explore IoT Kit because everything is like plug and play. We have these Grove connectors, so there's no need to solder anything or making it complicated. And also the cloud that Anton showed, it's very user-friendly to use. So
Yeah, you
building
get
dashboards. and that.
exactly. You get access to all of the different Arduino tools,
Yeah,
and yeah, like you said, plug and play. So it was as simple as Anton just showed us.
yeah.
Put them on top of each
But
other.
also
and
it's
that's
very
it.
cool that the dashboard that Anton showed with the graphs, you can also share that with someone. So they can check the air quality too and
Sure.
say. So it's very easy also to share the results or the dashboards that you can build with the IoT cloud to others. So it's
Yeah.
very easy.
Or like Anton showed in the beginning of the show, that you can use it also with your phone. We have the IoT Cloud
True.
app.
The remote app, yeah, you can also download that, available for iOS and Android. So
Yeah.
try that out. It's very cool.
And remember, if you're going to create your own project, air quality monitor project, or any other kind of project, please share it with us on the EDUvision site.
Yeah, we
But-
love to see you.
That's it for today.
I cannot believe that.
That was quick.
Yeah, so join us live next week on Thursday, October 28th at 5 p.m. Central European Summer Time. We will talk about science, right?
Yes. How can we keep students engaged and hold the engagement? How can we get more students interested in? How can we make science more inclusive?
Exactly. And to help answer these questions, we're going to talk with our guest, which is Maynard Okereke, better known as the Hip Hop MD.
And like I said before, it's Halloween.
Yes.
So we're going to have some Halloween projects, hopefully from you guys too. But
Yeah.
we're going to have some
Share.
spooky
Cool.
moments.
Yeah, exactly. So don't miss that out. Thank you so much. See you next week, all of you.
Yes. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.